How do you upgrade your photography skills so that instead of getting shots like this, you start getting shots like this? A lot of beginner photographers compare their photos to professional images taken in the exact same locations, and they often get discouraged. They start blaming their camera settings, or they think everything comes down to editing. But that's not true. In this video, I'll show you how to seriously level up your shooting skills, and I'll give you 5 powerful techniques plus several practical tips that will help you consistently capture amazing photos. Hi, my name is Alexander Ippolitov. I'm a member of the European Association of Professional Photographers, and my photos and articles have been published by National Geographic and Discovery. Alright, no wasting time. Let's jump right in. One of the key differences between a professional photographer and an amateur is timing. Most beginners show up at a location randomly, usually during a tour, a vacation, or a casual walk. They shoot whatever light happens to be available at that moment. Professionals, on the other hand, plan their shoot carefully and arrive at the location exactly when the light is at its best. Most people already know that the best time to shoot is during golden hour, but very few truly understand how to use it effectively. So right now, you're going to get a complete practical guide to shooting during golden hour. In short, golden hour is a special time of day for photographers. The sun is low in the sky, close to the horizon. The light becomes soft, warm, and magical. When you combine good shooting technique with golden hour lighting, you're almost guaranteed to capture stunning images. But, and this is important, there are some pitfalls and details you need to understand. Golden hour happens during the first hour after sunrise and the last hour before sunset. Because the sun is low, its rays travel through a much thicker layer of the atmosphere. This softens the light, warms up the colors, and makes everything look beautiful and pleasing. Now, think about harsh midday sunlight, hard shadows, blown highlights, ugly contrast. Golden hour is the exact opposite. Here's a typical golden hour shot. Notice the warm yellow tones and soft, flattering light. This is exactly what golden hour gives you. Now, let's get into the techniques. Make sure you stay until the end. I'll also share 7 extremely useful practical tips. During golden hour, front lighting creates a warm, pleasant look that works beautifully for portraits, wildlife, birds, and lifestyle photography. Because the sun is not very bright, your subjects won't squint. The low sun also reduces harsh shadows under the eyes, nose, and chin. Simply position yourself so that the sun is behind you, lighting your subject from the front, and you'll get great results. I won't go deep into camera settings here. I'll show them directly on each example image. Backlighting means placing the sun behind your subject. During golden hour, this creates a soft, glowing, dreamy effect. Backlight looks stunning, but you need to be careful. It's easy to accidentally underexpose your subject or turn them into a partial silhouette. To fix this, either use spot metering on your subject or apply exposure compensation. Rim lighting is when the sun creates a glowing outline around your subject. This effect is strongest when your subject is placed against a darker background. The sun doesn't even have to be directly behind them. It can be slightly off to the side. The key is to move around, experiment, and find the angle where the light wraps beautifully around your subject. When diffused sunlight hits your lens, you can get sun flares like this. Technically, flares are optical artifacts, but creatively, they can look amazing when used correctly. Make sure your front lens element is clean. Dust or scratches will completely ruin the effect. To create beautiful sun flares, position your camera so that part of the sun is blocked by an object. Your subject, a tree, a building, anything. Then slightly move your camera left or right. Sometimes just a few centimeters make a huge difference. Another technique is to place the sun just outside the frame, letting the light spill into the lens. A silhouette happens when your subject appears dark against a bright background. To create strong silhouettes during golden hour, shoot from a low angle and place your subject directly against the sun. Meter for the background or dial in negative exposure compensation. And don't be afraid to deepen the shadows further during post-processing. Silhouettes are meant to be bold. Before we continue, I want to invite you to my complete photography course, I Am a Photographer. In this program, we guide you step by step towards your first truly professional photos. You'll get all essential photography knowledge explained in the simplest way possible, plus practical assignments with direct feedback from me or my instructors. Turn your hobby into a profession. The course link is in the description. Now let's continue. As obvious as it sounds, planning is everything. Visit your location in advance. Observe how the sun moves. Watch how shadows fall. Light direction changes very predictably from day to day. If you're shooting portraits, arrive at least 1 hour early. Set up your gear, let your model relax, and get comfortable. When photographers arrive late, panic starts, stress builds, and the shoot becomes rushed, and the results almost always suffer. Clouds can either enhance golden hour or completely destroy it. They can intensify color and drama, or block the sun entirely. Always check the weather forecast, and especially the cloud coverage percentage. Set your white balance to cloudy or shade. White balance isn't just for color correction, it's also a powerful creative tool. These presets add warmth and help emphasize the golden hour look. If you're shooting raw, you can safely adjust white balance later during editing. Golden hour colors look incredible combined with background blur. Use wide apertures like f1.8, f2.8, or f3.2 to create dreamy backgrounds, if your lens allows it. Wide apertures paired with warm light produce a soft, cinematic look. ISO. For many beginner photographers, this setting may seem intimidating, but in reality, it's very simple. ISO is the digital equivalent of film sensitivity in analog photography. This parameter controls how much the signal from your camera sensor is amplified. It allows you to shoot in low light conditions, but using high ISO values can introduce noise and grain into your images. When shooting during golden hour, it's best to use low ISO values. During golden hour, there is usually plenty of warm, soft light, so a low ISO value is more than enough. Choosing the right ISO setting for golden hour depends on your other camera settings, such as shutter speed and aperture. Lower ISO values, like ISO 100 or 200, are usually a great starting point. Balancing ISO with your other settings means you may need to adjust your shutter speed or aperture to compensate for the lower light sensitivity. But your reward will be cleaner, sharper images with minimal noise. And the next very important tip for shooting during golden hour is creating an interesting composition. Is the foundation of a good photograph. And during golden hour, it can turn a good photo into an extraordinary one. Understanding the importance of composition is the first step. The way you place elements within the frame influences how the viewer's eye moves across the image. The soft light of golden hour can highlight these elements, enhancing their visual appeal. The rule of thirds is a convenient guideline for golden hour photography. Imagine your frame divided into 9 equal parts by 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines. Placing key elements at the intersections of these lines creates a more balanced and visually pleasing photograph. Leading lines and visual pathways can guide the viewer through the image. Roads, fences, rivers, and streams can lead the eye toward the main subject, especially in the glowing light of golden hour. Framing your subject using natural elements such as trees or windows can add depth. This helps focus the viewer's attention on the main subject and is further enhanced by the warm, soft light of golden hour. Here's a professional secret. It's easier to recover shadows than highlights. Overexposed images lose detail permanently. while slightly dark images can easily be fixed. So don't be afraid to slightly underexpose your shots. Use exposure compensation or manual adjustments. This will preserve detail, color, and atmosphere. Golden hour is pure magic, but only if you know how to use it. With planning, the right techniques, and smart camera settings, your photography will level up fast. If you enjoyed this lesson, hit the like button, subscribe for more photography tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy shooting!